Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm just going to do a quick reaction video today on the S2 Audi Quattro, which is one of the rally cars that was in Group B during the early 80s when I was a teenager. So it's just good to look back and hear how powerful these cars are. I've never driven a S2, but I've been lucky enough to drive a Quattro. My brother had one. He had a 2.35 inline Quattro, about a 96 model, something like that. And I've also driven a A4 Quattro, which was absolutely amazing. I'll talk a little bit more about that later when I was in my early 20s when everything was going well. But let's just have a look at this quick video. It's only 4 minutes. I'm sure it's going to be 4 minutes of absolute noise and amazing rally skills. I remember as a kid watching rally at this time because it was just so dangerous, and I remember Michel Mouton and all those great rally car drivers at the time. And this was definitely one of my favorite cars until the Lancia came along. But yeah, and what made this car so good was the Quattro, of course. So these things are like driving a car on train tracks. They just stay to the road and they're millimeter perfect. But anyway, let's get stuck into it. Let's listen. Crazy those people are. Yeah, these cars haven't got big engines in them. They've only got like a 2.3 or something like that, supercharged. But the amount of revs that they're getting out of this thing and the supercharger, they're using their feet so that they're constantly getting the turbo kick in. But what made this car, or these cars, this series of cars so good was the Quattro, the four-wheel drive. Because they're quite heavy because you need an extra differential with Quattro. So they're quite heavy, but you can see that these things just glide around the track, and with that amount of power, and if you get a really superb driver, these things would be amazing. And how these cars survived a rally is unbelievable. The way that they treat them, they just they flat chat all the time, and they just don't give a fuck. And they hit everything, and they jump them, and how they survive. And this is back in a day where safety was not an issue, as you can tell by the crowd. But even in the car, So some of these cars had like paper mache roll bars just to save on weight, but they got found out, of course. Amazing sound, right? What an absolutely amazing sound. Imagine that in the forest. Imagine listening to that thing come at you from a kilometre away. That must have been amazing. So there we go, really quick video, but yeah, it did bring us back a lot of memories. I really love this car. I even had the Matchbox version of it, which was pretty rare at the time. My father owned a toy store, so I was lucky enough to get one. I remember having it in my room, and I used to sit there and play with it and do exactly those noises. Yeah, and so, but yeah, it just shows you how, and not only that, how good looking the car is. It's a really beautiful car as well. Even if you're not into cars, I'm not really a big car guy, but this is definitely a car that looks good, and the performance of the car was amazing. So like I said, just a couple of quick stories. My brother bought one. We had a business and we were going all right, so he bought a 23 or something like that, I think it's called, or a 2.3 5-cylinder straight, and it was just an amazing car to drive. Fast, super steady, super safe, super solid. And at the time I went in to have a look at an A4 V8 Audi Quattro, and we went out for a test drive in that, and that was probably the most amazing car I've ever driven or been in or looked at. It was just a beautiful car. At one point, the salesperson was doing 150 kilometers an hour on a roundabout, weaving in between cars just to show us the Quattro system. And then we ended up going down this long straight towards the airport, and we were doing 180 kilometers an hour, and he put two wheels onto grass and left the other two on the bitumen or the road and slammed on the brakes, and we thought we were going to die, and it just pulled up perfectly in a straight line. So that's the type of car that we're talking about. So anyway, just a quick look at it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you do, like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.